All right, what's up, reviewers? This is Smooth the Reviewer, and today I'm going to be reviewing a show that I honestly wanted to hate. But after these first two episodes, this show has completely taken the anime community by storm. And, I mean that literally. Especially after what this girl right here, hold on, what this girl right here does on the left, bro. If you have been on, Twitter or any of the social media apps and, you're in and you've been looking at the anime community, you would know this girl and what she does in this episode. And then, of course, the main girl here, Alya, who sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. These two combined have just taken the community by storm, and it's crazy because honestly, I knew, because obviously I knew about this series a while before it came out, because yeah, you can see what anime are coming out each season and whatnot. And this was honestly one that I saw. I didn't watch the trailer or anything. I don't think. I saw the posters for it and you know other stuff like that. And honestly, I thought it was just gonna be another sort of generic romance show because to be honest, I'm really not into romance shows at all. Like I've tried some. I promise I have tried. I watched Shikimori. I just watched Dangers in My Heart the previous season. That show was good. That was a good romance, but I will admit that it didn't. I gave the first season a 7, and then I gave the second season an 8. I didn't make videos on it, but I definitely think the second season was more solid than the first one too. I think the only problem with the second season is that it felt is well pretty much the same as the first. It felt repetitive a lot of the times, but I think the second season, because the characters were already established and everything, they I didn't we didn't have to take time to getting to know them, sitting in a library for half of the season and all of that, because that is what really dragged it down to a 7 for me in the first season. But anyways, no. So my point is that I've watched a couple of romance shows here and there, but ultimately I've decided romance just is not for me unless there's another tag onto it. Not comedy, really. Romantic comedies, no, not really for it. But if there's other tags on it, I don't know, drama, isekai, and harem and other stuff like that, something else besides the romance, then I could get into it. But if the focus is romance, then I'm not gonna be really for it. But this show, man, I gotta say, this show's comedy actually hits. This show's comedy is actually good, especially in this second episode. So with the first episode, it was pretty much just all about Alia's feet. This girl's feet. If you know what I'm talking about, this girl's feet was on the internet for the whole week until this second episode came out, and it was just crazy. And yeah. So I thought the first episode was pretty solid too. The whole premise of this girl Alya hiding her feelings in Russian. That even that premise alone didn't really interest me at first, but once you actually watch it, it's actually okay, this is actually interesting. The Russian sounds actually good. I did. I figured some people might have thought it wouldn't mix well with the subbed or the dubbed, really, but she actually speaks Russian pretty well in the show. And it just fits. It doesn't feel that much really out of place or anything. It's literally her hiding her feelings in just a completely different language, and it actually works. And but the twist obviously is that our main character Kuze on the right here, he actually understands Russian. he understands everything that she's saying, and she's just saying the some wild stuff like why aren't you flirting with me? I have silver hair too because he was like crushing on a video game character that had silver hair. She's calling him like she's saying basically like all these like cute things about him, and like he hears it, but like she doesn't know that. So once she finds out that he's understood her this whole time, she might just faint. She will definitely faint. Okay. But besides that, we have this middle character here who this episode was mostly focused on. The first episode was focused on Alya all the way on the left, and then the middle, and then this episode was mostly about Kuze's little sister. Honestly, what? Kuo? Kujo? No, Suo. I think Suo is like what her name is. Yeah. So this episode is where we find out that they are actually like blood siblings. And then you get these two scenes right here back to back. Now these are the two scenes that overrid that replaced like the foot scene from the first episode. This scene right here where she's talking about childhood friends and how brothers and sisters are basically like childhood friends, otaku friends, it's all the same thing, and it's like, she's kind of spitting. She's kind of I think most people can agree that she's kind of spitting with this, and like I feel like a lot of us didn't even realize it before now. Maybe that's why probably like the stepsister genre inside certain shows is so popular too, cuz yeah, it's somewhat there's somewhat some truthfulness here. But then she gets to this, they get to talking about incest. She says this line: real siblings make the story even better, because she's reading like a manga or something, and like the siblings in it are getting romantically involved or something, and she says it's only good if they're real siblings. And you know what, I'm not even gonna comment on that, bro. Sweet, all I gotta say is like Sweet Home Alabama and all that stuff, man. Because like I don't even want to say anything, because I just want to say she is definitely a character. She is definitely an interesting character, and I think she might just carry this show. I don't know. It depends. It depends if how it depends if Alya's whole thing with like her hiding her feelings in Russian. It depends on whether that's gonna get boring sooner or later. Because if that gets boring, then Suo is definitely probably gonna carry this show. But if not, but if the Alya stuff still is entertaining by the end of the season, she might still be carrying it also. But and then, like I was saying, this scene right here where she wakes up her brother while sitting on top of him. Oh my gosh, this was literally just made for a certain group of people. Oh my goodness, this is why this show is wild. It's like this show is hitting all the tropes. You know what I mean? We got the childhood friend, we got the incest stuff, we got like you know like the shy romantic girl and Alia. It's like this show is like already hitting a lot of tropes right now. So then, anyways, moving past all that, they get the siblings. They go on their shopping spree, but they both recognize that Alia is like following them, and it all just leads up to this scene where they're in this spicy ramen restaurant, and Alia is just does not know what she signed up for, because she gets this boiling hot bowl of ramen, and basically she's trying to act tough, but she's saying like how much it hurts in Russian, and obviously like Kuze can understand and all that. But anyways, you know what? Then she goes to try on these clothes with him, and at first she doesn't realize that this is kind of something that only couples do. But she doesn't have any friends. It's all, and that's another trope too. Don't you? Let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments. Isn't it always weird how it's like this, like Alya and characters like her, they always like insult the main protagonist. She's kind of like a, tsundere. I'm just now kind of realizing that, tsundere kind of vibes where like they insult the main character, but really they have feelings for them. She's like partially that. But it's weird because they always insult the main character, yet they're like the most socially awkward people themselves. Isn't that weird? It's like because Alia, she doesn't have friends, but yet she constantly insults the main guy about every little thing that he does. I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments. But anyways, that's pretty much it for like this episode because they end up going home and then she kind of realizes that they got off at the same stop and she starts questioning that, but obviously that'll continue in the next episode. But anyways, yeah, like I said at the start, I did not expect to enjoy this show as much as I did, but hey, I'm on the ride now, I'm here for it. Let's see what else this show has to offer. Hopefully it can stay funny and all that. So yeah, let me know how you guys feel about these first two episodes in the comments. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.